Hey guys, welcome back to the Your Boy Toxic YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be doing my first reaction to the PS5. I typically don't do videos like this one that I'm presenting to you today, but I didn't get to stream the reveal last week on Thursday or Friday, whatever day it was. So instead, I decided to do this video where I just give you my thoughts on the system in itself. Now, before I actually start talking about the system, I'm actually going to be showing the clips of the actual reveal on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description below of the original video, and you guys could just see it without my reaction. But in my first out thought, I like it. I like the new colors. I think everything looks nice. But we'll get into that after this. Just off the first 30 seconds, you can kind of get a feel of what the PlayStation 5 will look like because if you haven't seen already, the first thing they released was pretty sure a month back. They released the controller. The controller was white, black, and blue. In that first 30 seconds, they basically showed those colors. Now, despite all the memes that are going around about what the PlayStation looks like, I think it's very unique. This goes for both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. They're both very unique to their counterparts in previous generations. Both of them kind of took a different step in the style, for sure. PlayStation, in my opinion, it's for last few years, it's kind of had the same look. It's kind of all been matte black, obviously with different styles coming out with like a deluxe editions and all that, but we're not counting those. Just in the first launch of and basically all the PlayStation, they kind of did have their own uniqueness to them. Obviously, it will be a new console, but they all kind of look the same. Um, so I'm glad that they took a new route and did a different color. Obviously, there are little smudges, I like a little few things I have that I don't like about the console in itself, but I'll get into that later. Another thing I also like to point out is throughout the entire few seconds before they showed the actual PlayStation 5 is they displayed the buttons, the X, the square, the circle, the triangle throughout the entire stream, the entire reveal before they actually showed the PlayStation 5, especially during this moment. Like I said, they showed all the colors that were going to be a part that were initially in on the actual console, but they also had the signature symbols for the console, which I think was really dope in the way to do it, like the microscopic pause, and basically in itself, at the end of the last clip I showed you, it kind of all transformed into a really cool transition. Okay, so the first thing I immediately saw when they showed the PlayStation 5 was basically the shape it was in and the way they postured it. They postured it in a way where it had a stand and it was vertically, basically showing how this PlayStation is meant to be standing up, in which the Xbox Series X is also meant to be that way, which I don't mind that at all. Obviously, people will probably have a tendency on laying it down on its side, but this console in general, it doesn't really look good when it's laid down on the side, which I do kind of appreciate how they did that because I wouldn't say forces, but it basically just tells people that it's meant to go up. It shows the whole thing. The curves, everything about the initial review is really cool. The color, the way they did it was really nice. The Everything just works out perfectly. Now I hope they do a separate version of it being matte black. The only thing I really have to say about the actual console being white is that I am scared of getting it dirty. That's one thing that I'm pretty sure people unfortunately didn't like about Xbox and it having that white verity, that white version, because it was very easy to get dirty. Anything that's basically white is very easy to mess up and get really dirty in anything basically, especially with the controller. If I have dirty hands, not saying you should just wash your hands, but any smudges could kind of, or any paint chipping, anything like that would kind of, I wouldn't say ruin it, but I prefer it to not be seen while I'm playing, because they're just little pet peeves. Something I don't think any other console before this one has done, and that's making a digital version. Um, Now my question is, and what I would like to question you guys, and just a question for the entire channel is, which version do you guys prefer, the digital version or the physical disc version? I think I would probably get the physical version more. I think it really depends on the price in itself in general. Prices still haven't come out yet, so maybe when prices come out, I've already made my decision. I'll probably either way buy the physical version instead of the digital version, but I think it all depends on pricing. Either one could be more expensive, but I really think this console will be the highest it's ever been. Another thing is that I'm pretty sure the PlayStation 5 will be compatible with previous PlayStation 4 discs, so that makes me more towards the getting the physical version, because then I can just play my older games instead of buying another version for the PlayStation 5. So I think with that, maybe we'll see what that implies later in the future. Maybe they will talk about it more, but right now I'm not sure how they're gonna deal with the whole compatible of old games. But like I said, right now I'm leaning more towards the physical disc version than the digital disc version.
PlayStation.
With the reveal of those extra accessories with the camera, the headless, the wireless headset, and the remote, I hope that it all comes together with the console and everything. Now, do I think they're gonna do that? I don't. I really hope they do, because it's just easier, and having a better headset just to kick start off with the console is much better than having that one-sided earbud. That I did not like, but will it all come together? I don't know. I do hope so. I really do hope it all comes together though, because everything in this package looks really dope. Also the charger, the charging station is really dope. I don't think it'll come with two controllers, of course. Um, I don't think they're gonna release any extra coloring until a few months or the next year. I think they're gonna want people to get comfortable with that PlayStation more. Maybe, I don't know. They didn't really go much into this about the like what's coming soon to the PlayStation 5, but I hope they do cool stuff like that. And there's still a lot for them to do with the PlayStation. And all, I still really do appreciate what they did with the PlayStation. I like the color, I like the shape, I like everything about it. The accessories too, something new, basic, a new generation for games. I will probably be doing a reaction and my thoughts on other games that of the games that were revealed for the PlayStation 5 on release, which there's countless of them that I would love to play. Some of them I'm not very fond of, but they look very interesting. But I'll get into that in another video, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this new style video. I really would like to do more reaction videos. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Experience! There is no
Did you hope to stop me?
Palpatine closes out the match with the top type of diplomacy he's become famous for.